Hello, Lady Icons. Welcome back to Lady Icon Life. I'm Coco. This is the no fluff space where high achieving women stop sitting on their potential and finally launch with purpose. Today's episode is deeply personal, deeply necessary, and deeply overdue. I can't believe this is episode 11, and I finally have the guts to talk about this part of business. Because the biggest thing standing between you and your business, it's not lack of time, it's not lack of money, it's not the algorithm, it's that quiet but relentless voice that says, you're not ready, you're not smart enough, it's too late. Who are you to do this? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about imposter syndrome and the lie it tells women like you and like me that we are somehow not qualified to step into the very thing we are meant to do. So let's start with what imposter syndrome really is. Imposter syndrome is not a sign that you're not good enough. It's a sign that you care really deeply. It shows up in most women who actually do have something to say, who do have the experience, who are qualified. But we're raised from birth, it seems like, to second guess ourselves. You've probably said something like this. I know I have said this to myself so many times. I'm not ready yet. I need another certification. What if someone calls me out? And let me say this as clearly as I can. The people who question themselves the most are usually the most prepared. What you're feeling isn't inadequacy, it's expansion. And if it feels scary, it's because you're stepping into something real, something that transforms from a thought or idea that you have in your head into something tangible that you share with others and open yourself up for critiques, for ridicule, but also for impact. So I wanted to start after we've named the beast, and the beast is imposter syndrome. I wanted to start by giving you some examples of some of the icons that I have looked up to in my journey and to give you a little bit of their stories, because one of the things that binds us together as women is our community, is that we are able to lift each other up, that we help each other not only by setting an example, but by showing them the way. So even the women we now think of as icons, they didn't start there. Diane von Furstenberg created the most incredible, iconic wrap dress in the 1970s. But her path wasn't linear. So she launched, had a huge success, and then shut down that business because she couldn't make it work or because she had family obligations. She started another couture line named Diane and had to close that one down as well. She created collections that totally flopped. The company that we know today as DVF, Diane von Furstenberg, didn't become what it is until she had already experienced failure over and over again. Vera Wang, she was passed over for a promotion at Ralph Lauren after starting her career out as a figure skater, mind you. And at 40, she walked away and started her own bridal couture line. At 40. So many women I know think that it's too late, that their time has passed, that if this was 10 years ago or 15 years ago, that they could have done something with this, but not now. There is a great shining example that that's not true. Julia Child didn't become a household name until her 50s and had no formal culinary training. She simply followed her curiosity, found her passion, showed up imperfectly, and then gave women permission to step into their kitchen with confidence. One of those women was Ina Garten, who was working in the White House in a high-powered job in nuclear energy before quitting to open a tiny gourmet shop because she wanted food to feel accessible again. She was a student of Julia Child, but felt like the recipes weren't representative of something that was obtainable for every day. Yeah, women inspiring other women to turn into icons themselves. She became the barefoot Contessa we all know. So these women didn't wait until they were ready. They moved with fear. They pivoted. They tried again. They failed. They kept going. And listen, I have lived this too. I have spent over a decade in corporate America at a Fortune 50 company after earning my MBA. I followed all of the rules, but I was building someone else's dream. And while I gained experience, I knew that I wanted to work for something more, something that was mine, something that I could create that was my legacy, my life's work, something I cared very deeply about. So I pivoted, and it wasn't successful right away. I started a natural health magazine, then a lifestyle blog. I explored, I tested, I reinvented, and eventually I built Lady Icon Life. Not because it was easy, not because I had everything figured out, because I definitely did not, but because I realized I wasn't an imposter. I was really good at this. I hadn't wasted my time with those other endeavors. I had learned. I had become skilled. I learned with the Natural Health magazine how to lay out a magazine, how to work with the Adobe Publisher app InDesign, how to create compelling ads. I learned with the lifestyle blog. I learned how to do a podcast. I learned how to publish a book. I learned how to write from the heart and how to connect with people and what they were interested in. The same can be true for you. What you have done has not wasted your time. It has given you skills and knowledge. What you have done has not been a waste, and you are not at a place where you can't pivot. You're not too old. You're not underqualified. So what is really holding you back? If you've been sitting on your business idea, waiting to feel ready, waiting until you look more polished. Yes, I'm going to raise my hand for that one because that is definitely something I have struggled with. Waiting until you feel more confident. Again, big arrow pointed at me. Or waiting until someone gives you permission. Oh, this is one that when I work with my clients, I actually end up saying to them a lot, that I give them permission to be the incredible people that they are, to start the incredible businesses that I know they feel so passionately about and that I really believe would help many other people. This can be your moment. You don't have to be perfect. Again, let me say that to all of you listening out there. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be present. You don't need another message, another mission, another person to serve. You're not too late. You're not behind, and you are not an imposter. You are powerful. You are capable. And this is the early stage of the next chapter of your life. And that is a sacred place to build from. If you've been spiraling, which I know you probably have, and cycling around this imposter syndrome maelstrom in your heart and in your mind, thinking that this business thing is for other women, let me remind you, those women, they're just women who started anyway and started again and found their passion and failed and reevaluated. Now it's your turn. This can be your time. If you need a little bit more help getting there, if the rewiring for you needs a little bit more structure and repetition, We here at Lady Icon Life see you because, again, we have been you. I have been there. And I have created a little mini course, if you will, or masterclass that can really help give you some tools and some exercises to rewire that part of your brain and get you in the mindset so that you are ready to launch. You are ready to take this next step. If you are interested in that, please DM me ready on Instagram at Lady Icon Life, and I will send you a link so that you can access the course. This will help you with no fluff, just results. The course is called Yes, She Can, and it will help you to stop second guessing your worth, your value, and your ability, and start showing up like the icon you already are. If you need to, listen to this episode again. It can be your little reminder. Enroll in Yes, She Can and help rewire your brain so that you can get there faster, better, easier, and feel more confident as you look at launching your business. Because you're not here to fake it. You are here to own it. I believe in you, and I want you to believe in you too. So until next time, I'm Coco with Lady Icon Life, and let's get to work.